And there's always, what I like to say, some breaking news! All right, everybody, the very first thing I want to dive right into is Young Rock. That's right, Young Rock. Wow, Young Rock, say that 5 times fast. Young Rock. So Young Rock, unfortunately, everybody, Young Rock was canceled. If you're a friend of this show, if you love this show, if you love The Rock, if you love Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, and you've been watching it, well, there's no more after season 3. After the 13 episodes of season 3 aired just 3 months ago, they've decided that they are going to cancel the program. And there will be no more Dwayne The Rock Johnson talking about his day as a kid. And you could see young Andre the Giant and young Macho Man Randy Savage. Who could be better? He's still okay, but he could be better in this show. I mean, but the thing is, it is for 3 seasons. It did really well. And I'm shocked they actually canceled this. But then again, we've been talking about this whole thing with The Rock. Like, a lot of his programs been going lately. Black Adam, didn't do too well. He's going back to the fast now. Like, he lost the whole DC thing. So I think it might be something that goes along with all that. Who knows? But this is a great show. I like this show a lot. And I'm really bummed it's gone because it was a lot of fun. It really was. Sabrina, you watched it too. What do you think about Young Rock being gone? Isn't it weird? It's weird they cancel this, isn't it?
I feel like I'm a little surprised that they canceled it. As a fan of, like, as everyone, probably anyone who watches the show knows that I'm not like an extreme current wrestling person, but I did love wrestling when I was growing up. I grew up with my brother and my 3 cousins who like lived, in a very close proximity to me. And like, so it was basically the 4 boys and me. I watched a lot of wrestling. I've gone to many wrestling matches. Like, wrestling was a huge thing. So him as a kid, it's like all of the people that like I was very fond of, and there was a lot of really good casting in it. So I'm a little bit bummed. There was a lot of really good acting, and a lot of really good casting, and also like fun storylines, things I didn't know. And I like the whole presidential track thing that was going on there. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed, which is probably surprising to most people, but I did enjoy the show, honestly.
I thought it was fun. The Rock was great. We actually wrote a spec script for it because they had a whole thing we called it Follow the Fishies, which I think if they would have done that, wouldn't cancel the show, but they canceled it.
It was a really good script. And by we, he means he wrote it and I changed a few things. Trying to give me credit for stuff I don't do.
It's a process. It's a process together. Lexi, did you ever watch this? I know do you think about this as a good show? Do you ever see it, or do you think that you're not surprised this is gone?
I'm really tired of these shows that are like young celebrity, like the celebrity as a kid or whatever. I will say the one about Chris Rock as a kid, that one was pretty solid. Like, I think some of these ones about comedians when they're kids are pretty good. I was a big fan of Life of Louis when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
But like, I don't know, like I guess Slice of Life works a bit better. I don't care about The Rock, but I will say I just learned about The Rock's life story for our podcast because we talked about Fast and the Furious month on Cinema Demore. Check it out. And
check it out.
He did have an interesting life story where his family are all wrestlers. And they have that like lineage of wrestling, and he didn't want to be a wrestler. Like, he was like, I don't want that. He wanted to be a football player. And then when his football career failed, he was forced into the wrestling career, and he still didn't want to do that. So he found a way out of that into the acting. So he's kind of an interesting character in that way. Like, but I think like I'd rather watch a biopic than like a sitcom about him growing up. But if it did well and it was interesting and people are enjoying it, like, I'm not going to hate on it or whatever. I'd rather watch that over Young Sheldon.
I agree. Amen. I tried watching Young Sheldon, not the same. Young Rock at least had like some heart to it more than I think than that did. There's just like so much more that happened to it.
Young
There's so much
Sheldon
history.
Is based on a fictional character. Like, it's not.
I'm just saying, though, like, I mean, if we're gonna watch a show about like a kid with someone, like The Rock's story is way more interesting than like that shit. Like, if we're gonna invest money into something, I'd way rather see that guy's story as a kid than, that shit. Like, I don't really want to see kid versions of stuff though, like of characters that are already pre-existing. So I'm not like I said, I'm not super hyped on that.
The cast was great though. They had some great people that played him through the years.
They really did.
Honestly, like the older version of him that was still like WWE style when he was like getting into there, he was like really great. pictured him. And I think on top of that, like he was actually in Black Adam playing his son too. So I think it really worked really well. Yeah. So they brought him into that because he looks like him so much. He was great. He did an awesome job.
Forgot.
Unfortunately, he's gone, and it's unfortunate this show's going away because I thought it did do a good job wrapping up The Rock's initial early days, and of course it's fictionalized a little bit, and they're changing, or it's non-fictionalized a little bit. They change some things, and they make it a little bit more bigger than it was, but it was still a lot of fun.